So I've been channeling all morning. It's just coming through me, and I'm so overwhelmed. I don't even know what to do with it. I'm just allowing it to flow through me. But this mission, the twin flame mission, the twin flame just sounds just small next to what this is. Twin flame just sounds like mediocre. It's not about finding love on this plane at all. The twin flame mission is so much more than that. It doesn't matter what he does. It's about the two parts coming together. It's about when you get caught up on the other person, when you get caught up on the other person's being, you know, the in the 3D, you're missing the mission. You're missing the point. The mission is, it's so much bigger than that. It's divine. The mission is in the coming together. In the coming together, you have to purify yourself. And in purifying yourself, you're becoming a pure human without entities that are within you, without your weaknesses. And it's coming into your full strength as a heavenly being, as a god, as a goddess, as it's purifying yourself of all of the demonic, of everything that is demonic within you. In order to come together, you have to purify yourself. And in purifying yourself, you are setting an example as to what a purified human being looks like, and what power a purified human being holds within themselves. And in this way, rising rising into my full power, I'm bringing an example to the world and showing the world what a connection between two divine beings can be. But more than that, it's bringing a reflection of what a purified human, of pure potential. You're bringing potential of a human person's potential into the being which is forgotten, because there are many different levels of purification. But in this human experience, and in the human world all around us, the only truly purified people, this twin flame, it's very difficult to get to that very purified state of being, because there are no examples for you to see, and we are so riddled with demonic behaviors, or you could even call it, you know, with jinns that are within us, that we think are us. And because humanity is so far out of whack for so many generations, we don't even know what a purified human looks like anymore. We don't have a set example. The demonic world, this is the stuff I got yesterday on the side of the mountain. The demonic world is really, the demons are running the human world by I want to say construction, but it's our structure, the structure of humankind, which is the matrix, or the politics, or the rules that we abide by are not divine rules. They're rules that are based in greed and power and in demonic behavior and in evil. They're rooted in the dark side, based on the dark side of the human, or not even the dark side of the human, because the soul is pure. It's the human experience. The dark side, the shadows that are within us, are what are leading our way, and kind of hurting us into a place of no power as a human race. We are imprisoned by the evil in the world, which all of politics and countries and wars and all of these things are based upon. The politics in the world and the news and everything is being run by people with intentions that are not pure, and that have no base in human value and no base in the spiritual realm. It's based in the physical realm, which is the Satan's realm. Or, not in a bad way. I'm not saying Satan in like and I don't mean that it's pure evil, but this is the world of the physical. This is the realm of everything that has come to be. It's not the realm of creation. This is the realm of the created. It's the end product of everything, of potential. It's the end product of potential. And we are living in a greed-driven world rather than open and one for another. It's cutthroat. It's one what I can get and take from the world, and we are disconnected from our human nature, which is love and wanting good for the other. And because we're so far away from that, it's rare anymore to even see acts of random kindness towards another. If another isn't doing well financially, we just say, oh, they're not working hard enough, they need to go work like I work. There's no empathy, or I feel as though I'm using achlalot, but I know that there is empathy, and I know that there everything is on a scale. There's the between black and white. There's many different shades. But I'm using the extremes so that I can get my point across of what I want to say. So please don't get stuck up on the little details, and just get the idea of what I'm saying so that you can understand it as a whole, and know that I do know that there are many different grades, and there are different people, and there's different places that people come from. But it's the point of us being disconnected from one another. I mean, if we can walk by somebody that is in the street and has nothing to eat and no clothes on their back, and it doesn't move us, then something in our human experience is out of whack. And we are taught this from, I was thinking this morning how mothers go back to work after 3 months. Their baby is 3 months old, and they go back to work, and they give their baby over to somebody to take care of, and that is their job, to take care of babies. It's like it's like handing them over into a factory, and handing your most precious over to a baby mill, and we're expected to go right back to work, and if we don't, then we can't support our children. Something is out of whack. Something in nature, because as humans, as I'm wrapping this with red string, as humans and as a race, we want to raise our children until they are independent and able to. And you look throughout nature, all of the animals raise their children until the children are able to cope with the world on their own. And in many places, animals, mammals especially, and we're mammals, are take care of, the pack takes care of the children as a whole, and teaches the children and guide the children. And this is something that I feel like in the human structure, what we have, that the intention is in the wrong place. Even if our children go into a daycare, it's not in the intention of, it's in the intention of making them become a productive part, productive, to go out and serve the world the people that are at the top of the pyramid, and not in an even and just way for all. And so we are extremely out of whack and extremely disconnected from our beings. And this morning, I've been channeling all morning about the Messiah, and the Messiah is here. The Messiah is here. And I bear witness. And I realize that in this twin flame journey, because we can see the other so clearly, and because the reflection of ourselves, we get this reflection of ourselves in all of our weaknesses. It is each of our own individual job to see these reflections and do the work within ourselves and bring ourselves up to the higher level. And that is the individual work that you're speaking about. So you use your use in a good way. Yeah, you use. It's a codependent. It's a co-use. You use your twin to reflect your weaknesses and your strengths back to yourself, and then you go inward and you do the work with what you have seen. And the further along and the more that you can adjust and purify yourself, the less pain there is. Because in the beginning, when you first meet your twin, it's like hitting up against, first there's the love stage, but then there's like hitting up against this mirror that just, it's like a lashing, it's like a soul lashing. And because you're seeing all of your impurities, and all of your impurities are coming out like popping a pimple, coming out into the open, everything comes out and you're raw. You become completely raw. And now you have to put yourself back together, but you have to be extremely careful how you put yourself back together. You have to put yourself back together correctly, because if it doesn't come back in correct, you're going to hit up against that mirror again, and you're going to get that reflection of the places that you're not standing up right. And I feel like this mission is, first of all, the mission, it does itself if you allow and you truly go in and do the work and not run away from the mirror, which is why the union, twin flame union, is so rare, is because of the pain in it. When you hit up against that ultimate mirror of yourself, there's so much pain in it that you want to run away and you don't want to have to deal with it. And many times you don't even know how to deal with it, because you have these behaviors that you see all of a sudden in yourself that aren't correct up against this mirror that you have, but you don't know how to replace them with the correct way of being. And so you are kind of stuck in this loop, and you're trying to get this other person to accept you as you are, but they won't accept you as you are because you're off. And they at the soul level can feel it, and it has an impact on them as well. They can't justify it, and they can't stay next to it because it is detrimental to their own work that they are doing. So, and they can see right through you is the thing, just like I can see right through my twin. And like I said before, I feel as though my twin found me way before I found him in the physical plane. And I feel like he had opportunity to do a lot of work through me before I even knew of his existence. And that's truly how I feel. I know it sounds kind of odd, but I truly, truly feel that, and that's a truth to me. Even if on the physical plane, like, I am the one that found him. I found him on Facebook and asked him for friendship, but I feel like it started way before then. I feel like it started way before then, and he had the opportunity to do a lot of self-work through me before he met me, before I met him. And so what the mission actually is to do your own self-work, and through your own self-work you become your higher being, which is you become a god and a goddess, which we all are at our base level. When we wake up and we have the spiritual awakening, we realize that we are of God essence, And the more that we purify ourselves, the more clear it becomes to us that we are of God essence. And the mission is to purify ourselves, because then we serve as an example. We serve as an example just in our being. We don't have to do anything. And the only work that we have to do is our own self-work. That's it. And once our own self-work is done, you trust in the divine to guide you, and you will be guided, because once you come into your godly form, it can't be different than that, because all of your weaknesses are cast out. Then you have no weaknesses, and the world becomes your kaleidoscope. The world becomes your playground. And the world, whatever you decide that you want to create, you just create. It becomes simple, simplified. It becomes easy. It becomes obvious. It becomes you become a force. And when you become a force by the nature of it, and when you become your force by nature, others are attracted to that vibration of the purity of who you are, of who you become, and as a couple of who you become and who you are. And so in that way you are fulfilling the mission of the twin flames by just being an example and showing how you can make peace between the sexes, and how the sexes are meant to intermingle with each other, intertwine with each other, and become one. And how become one? You say it's two, but you become in a perfect harmony with your counterpart. And because I can see my twin's strengths, I empower him. And because he sees my strengths, we empower each other. And I feel like our talents, and another part of it is that our talents go together in a unique way. So if my twin is able to see the demonic parts and demonic parts in others, or he is able to see the grays, he's able to see the demons in the world. My power is being able to see the light in the world. He can also see light. It's not only, it's not definite, and I can also see darkness, but our superpowers complement each other in such a way that they do full circle, and they create a paradox, which the paradox is the whole. So through combining our powers together as twin flames, and purifying ourselves as twin flames, and then our powers are combined, we come through with full God power. As we work together, we come through and bring through full God power in certain areas, in not certain areas, but in the human experience. We are able to shine through the entire spectrum, combining my powers with his powers. It is like a paradox become a whole. When you find a paradox, you found a whole. So it's like my powers and his powers together create a paradox, which is a whole, and then we set an example, and we complete the mission of the twin flames. So that is coming through this morning. There's a lot of channeling coming through this morning. I just did a video that where I was channeling about it was telling about the channeling of what the messages that are coming through regarding Christ's energy and the Messiah. So this is the second one, a premonition that is coming through this morning. This is after a few days of really not having anything, not posting, not recording anything, just kind of being, and that was something that I could feel. I could feel that a lot of times when I don't have anything to say for a couple days at a time, it's because I'm in the experience. I'm lost in the experience of life. When I am lost in the experience of life, everything is happening, and then when it all starts coming down, it comes down all at once. And then that's what I was saying yesterday in the video, that I'm going to be recording only when I feel like I have something that wants to come up and wants to come out, and then it's much more quality and it's much more precise. This is made mostly of those leaves that I found yesterday on the side of the mountain. I burnt a few to see how they smell, and they're really good. So it's this from the side of the mountain. I made 2 of these. I went and got some sage from my parents' yard, and this, which is lavender, I think. It's a lavender, which I got from the supermarket parking lot. So I made this one, and I made this one today. This is one that I made about a week or a couple weeks ago from sage that my twin gave me. So I made it into a stick and put it here to dry. And there's another one over there, the one with the feathers that's hanging over there, that I made a little bit before that. And I think that one also is some sage that I picked somewhere. So see all the mess here? It's all the leaves left over and this thread. And this is my sage stick that I'm burning now. This is actually a gift from my twin. My twin flame, he gave it to me because I complimented to him how big it was. It was probably about twice as long as that. He's always such an extravaganza. He's like Mr. Extravaganza. And he's always like so cool, too cool for school. I appreciate his uniqueness. He's very, very unique, and has this way about it. It's like, I don't give a crap. I mean, not I don't give a crap. He gives a crap, but he finds his own truth. So whatever you say to him, he'll either believe it or not believe it. But he's kind, and he's good-hearted, and he's truthful. And I think that in his being truthful, in his I'm boiling water for coffee. In his way of being, I was saying I could just go on and on and on about him, but in his bringing his truth, there is a kindness too, because you always know that you're going to get the straightforward answer. You're not going to have to guess. There is no guesswork with him. So unless he doesn't feel like answering you because he thinks your question is too, he wants you to get to the question by yourself. Like he doesn't even bother with really dumb questions. So. Okay, well, I'm going to stop this here. This is good. I'm channeling a lot this morning. If there's anything else that comes through, I'll just open up another video. So thank you for watching.